Hello everyone! Last week, Anthropic somehow managed to be everywhere for the all wrong reasons. One story makes them look careless, another makes them look hypocritical, and by the end of it all, you are left with the uncomfortable feeling that one of the biggest AI companies in the world may be moving a lot faster than its own judgment. So yes, this whole video is about Anthropic, and really, they're earning it. Let's go and start with me. Let's start with the one of the made Anthropic look really bad. Claude Desktop get accused of quietly changing browser settings in the background, and people instantly started calling it spyware, which is a brutal word to have attached to your product when your whole brand is built on being on the safe AI company. And that's why this blew up so fast. If users feel like your app is doing shady little things behind their back, they stop thinking helpful assistant and start thinking, why is this thing touching my system at all? That's the problem here. Anthropic wants people to trust Cloud with work, code, files, and pretty much their digital life. So the second your desktop app starts looking sneaky, the whole safety image take a hit, and for all the companies that keep stealing trust, this is a very ugly look. Now the funny one. Dario Amodei keeps talking about the AI is about to do the most coding and make development sweat. He was been saying versions of what the while, and in the same time, Anthropic is still hiring engineers like the crazy. That's why people roll their eyes so hard at this story, because the message starts sounding like this: coding jobs are in trouble. Also, we need more expensive engineers right now. And yes, some tasks are getting automated, and AI changing software work. But the companies building this the future still need a lot of the real engineers, because the work is messy and systems are complicated. And none of this runs on conference quotes alone. So every time when AI SEO starts sounding like too excited about their death of programming jobs, it is worth checking how many programmers his own company is trying to hire. Now the darker one. Anthropic is no longer just making AI tools. It is now deep in the government conversation because its new Mythos model has people worried about what it could do in the wrong hands. Reuters reported that the Dario Amodei again meets with the White House while officials were discussing access to the Mythos and arguing over how sensitive this model really is. There were also reports that United States agencies could get access to it. That is a big shift, because once of your model get treated less like a product and more like something light to cyber risk and national power, the whole story changes. This is no longer just here's a smarter model. Now it's about who controls it, who gets it first, and how dangerous it could be to things in the go of sideways. And then Anthropic got hit with the story that really makes all this worse. Their new Mythos model was being talking about like the something dangerously power, and then reports came of saying hackers still managed to breach it. It's a terrible look, because once you start selling the image of this model so powerful that scares the United States governments, people expect that you have your own house under control. If the model still get cracked, the whole pitch starts sounding a lot less impressive, a lot more reckless. And this is where Anthropic keeps stepping in the same rake. They want to sound like the serious adults in AI, the careful ones and safety ones. Then the story like this lands that suddenly the whole thing looks shaky. If your model is strong enough to make headlines, it should probably be strong enough to get embarrassed this fast. And the last part is what happens when all of this spills out into the real world. Once people start worrying about model like Mythos, and it stopped being just the Anthropic problem and starts to become the government problem, a security problem, and the market problem. Because if AI can seriously speed up hacking, find weak spots faster, and scale cyber attacks, then everyone starts paying attention very quickly. Governments do, regulators do, big companies do, and banks definitely do. And that's the bigger point of this whole episode. Anthropic is not just dealing with the one bad week of headlines. It is sitting right of the middle of much uglier questions. What happens when AI companies move fast, talk big, and then the risk stop feel theoretical? So, this week, not the Anthropic last week. Not great. At this point, Anthropic is starting to feel like the company that keeps warning everyone about AI risk, while also doing a very good job of demonstrating in life. If you enjoyed this recap, please subscribe and we will see you on the next week.